We're talking about the New York Knicks. A very, very impressive win by the New York Knicks last night against the Boston Celtics, who are currently 1.5 games behind the Milwaukee Bucks in the Eastern Conference. You got Julius Randle, Emmanuel Quickley, and RJ Barrett combining for 98 of the 131 points scored for the Knicks, which is incredibly impressive. The Knicks are currently on a 9-game winning streak, and since the Knicks acquired Josh Hart, they're undefeated, which is incredibly impressive because people thought, why are you giving up so much for Josh Hart, who was a bench player, but he's been very, very good for the Knicks. So I'm going to ask you, do you think, with the way you've seen the Knicks play thus far this year, can the Knicks make a serious run at their first finals appearance since 1999?
Finals?
I
don't know. I don't think they can get past... Well, I like to think they can't get past the Celtics, but the Celtics have been playing poorly lately. Ever since they gave Joe, what's his last name, the coach?
Joe Mazzulla.
They named him the full-time coach. The Celtics have not played well. I don't know what the deal is there. I don't think the Knicks could get past Milwaukee. You know? I mean, they beat the Celtics twice in a row now, so I guess you could say they're very competitive against them, and I think it's the Celtics and Milwaukee, the two best teams in the East. So I think it'd be hard for the Knicks to get past Milwaukee if the Celtics falter here. So no, I don't think they can make it to the finals.
Ooh. I don't think a lot of
they won 9 in a row.
They have won 9 in a row,
and they didn't. Brunson didn't even play last night. He's not even listed on the chart here. Wonder what happened to him.
I'm actually not sure why he was out last night. Is he? I'll look up if he's hurt, but I don't think he is. Let's see. Injury status uncertain for tonight's game against the Hornets. I'm trying to figure out if he was questionable for what. Unclear. Oh, it was a right ankle injury late in the third quarter in the Heat game, but it's unclear how he even suffered the injury.
Huh.
So who knows what's going on with that situation?
Julius Randle's having a very good season. Excellent season.
I'm not surprised by how good he's playing, though.
I don't think that the Celtics thought that Quigley was going to score 38 points last night.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, you look at the stats. The Knicks had 54 rebounds. The Celtics had 54 rebounds, so there was no advantage either way that way. The Celtics had 27 assists. The Knicks had 17, so... You know, the Celtics were distributing the ball better, and the steals, the Knicks had 7, the Celtics had 8. It was a very close game. Blocks, the Knicks had 4, the Celtics had 5. Turnovers, the Celtics had 16, the Knicks had 2. Now there's the difference right there. That's the difference. Personal fouls. The Knicks 27, the Celtics 28. So the difference is in the turnovers. How come the Celtics turn the ball over so much? This has been a problem for them for a while now. And they don't play as good a defense as they did last year.
That's
I
fair.
guess that's somewhat on the coach, you know? And this coach this is his first year as a head coach. I like the guy, you know, but I think the Celtics have got to do some soul searching here. What's going on? Because they started out like a house of fire. They were way ahead of everybody. Now they're kind of fading in the down the stretch here. Not good.
It is weird to see that, you know, the Celtics sort of, I wouldn't say fall apart, but they're nowhere near, you know, where they were last year, at least defensively, like you said. I think we actually have a graphic up right now where, let's see, can we change to the scene?
Their other point guard didn't play last night either. The Celtics point guard. What's his name? Number 13.
Oh, you talking about Brogdon?
Yeah, Brogdon. What happened to him?
Not sure, but
he's not even listed here either.
Hey, look at this.
The bench. They only had 3 bench players last night that played.
That is weird, but the Knicks over this 9-game winning streak, the last 9 games, they're 9-0, scoring almost 125 points. They're outscoring their opponents by about 13 points a game, which is impressive. They're dominating teams, and they're shooting over 50%, which is absolutely ridiculous. The Knicks are a young team, and you know I got to give a lot of credit to Tom Thibodeau. He's doing a great job.
He's doing a great job. No doubt about it.
It's very, very impressive seeing, where exactly the Knicks will be, because that's the thing that Tom Thibodeau does, is that he works his team very, very hard in the regular season. Can he translate that to the playoffs? That is yet to be seen, because he did that, a couple years ago with when they made the playoffs, and they got, I wouldn't say sweat. They lost in 5 to the Hawks. The Hawks went on to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, I believe.
Yeah.
But that was a Cinderella story by the Hawks. They were not as good of a team as they actually performed. I think that was just a weird situation.
Yeah.
And the Knicks just did not
they fired
the
their coach, the Hawks.
Yeah. Well, I think that was more so Trae Young saying, "Yeah, get the hell out of here." Supposedly, reportedly.
Yeah.
But here's the problem I have with. Actually, it's not really a problem. People are saying, "Oh my God, Julius Randle's playing so well this year." We've seen this for a couple years now with Julius Randle. The problem, or I guess the situation with Julius Randle was he wasn't as consistent with it as he is now. That was the thing. He wasn't as consistent as he is now, and I think that's the huge thing.
Last year, he didn't have the kind of point guard that he has this year.
That's fair.
Brunson.
That's fair.
But last night, he had 31 points, and Brunson didn't even play. So Quigley is the guy, I think, that is really stepped up and impressed more than I think. I think he's played better than people expected he would this year.
No,
expected from Barrett, right? Barrett was a very high draft pick.
Right.
Was a heralded player. So
although recently I'm hearing a lot about how at least I have a couple of Knicks fans that I talk to. I gotta say RJ Barrett hasn't been as great of a pickup as people would hope. I mean, think about Evan Fournier. He was good, a year or two ago, and this year is not even being used.
Yeah, he didn't play last night.
He didn't play. Derrick Rose, I love Derrick Rose. He's not playing. He's getting hurt all the time. He's just not. He's not getting the minutes.
I think they're saving Derrick Rose for the playoffs.
He's not the same player as he once was. I don't think they're saving him.
He's a veteran, and he has a lot of experience. I think in the playoffs, 12 to 14 minutes a game. I bet you'll see that from with Derrick Rose.
Maybe
this guy Hart,
Josh Hart. Yeah,
he had 8 rebounds.
Yeah, he's a shooting guard for him. He's out there getting 8 rebounds. He scored 10 points. 10 points. Almost got a double coming off the bench.
I know.
Here's the thing. Quinn Grimes is not a great player. I don't think he scored 4 points in 25 minutes. There's 2 shots. You could put Josh Hart into the starting lineup and still probably have the same amount of success. And take a look at the Celtics right now. Jason Tatum's out was it today? I think they're playing tonight or tomorrow. He's out for tonight's game, along with Al Horford, who's also out. Robert Williams. Jason Tatum's dealing with a knee injury that he got because I think Josh Hart actually stuck his backside out, and Jason Tatum tripped over him. So I guess it's a little bit of a dirty play, but
that's not good for the Celtics, man. They need to start winning some games here.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Mazzulla says that he's not worried in the least about
maybe
the losing streak. But here's the thing when it comes to the Celtics. Actually, it's the Celtics and the Knicks. When I take a look at the Knicks, right, I feel like they can go up against the Celtics, who I think they're the most talented team, and I think they can do really well. But then they go up against the Milwaukee or even a Philadelphia, and I don't think they perform nearly as well as they do.
It's the centers for those teams.
Right.
Giannis and Embiid.
Right.
Those guys are, I think that the Knicks have a hard time matching up against those guys. Anybody does, actually.
Right. but that's the weird thing, though, is that I think that they can go up against a team, like a Celtics team, who I think is the most talented team, in totality of a team, from the starters to the bench, and they could dominate. They won 3 of 4 this year. But then you go up against an Embiid or a Giannis, who have one really, really great player, and I don't think the Knicks get anywhere near the same success. And that's the crazy. I guarantee you, it probably makes no sense. But we've seen this year. The Knicks against the Celtics and against the Warriors, teams that have incredible depth and have incredible high peaks into Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins. And for the Celtics, you have Jalen Brown, you have Jason Tatum, you have Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White. You have a tremendous amounts of talent, and you beat up on the team. You go up against a Giannis or you go up against an Embiid. Even you go up against the Cavaliers, who they could right now win 3 of 4. They're 2-1 right now. They can go 3-1. They play late in March. I think it's March 31st they play. You go up against a team like that, and I'm a little bit nervous about how the Knicks play. But you go up against the Celtics, and I'm like, the Celtics should win this game. They're the better team top to bottom. The Knicks go in and crush them, win 3 of 4. You go up against the Warriors. They can't win on the road. We saw it again against the LeBron-less Lakers. And Curry was back. Curry, Clay, Draymond, Wiggins needs to come back. Even Andre Iguodala was getting a decent amount of minutes, and he's supposed to be just a leader.
Well, it's just Curry's first game back, right?
And he put up 27. He scored a bunch of them. He didn't shoot very well.
Maybe the chemistry is not quite there yet. Maybe a couple of games to really get in the groove there.
Maybe. But what I'm going to say is that
I think you got to watch out for Phoenix. Right,
that's a good point. Phoenix is looking very, very good.
Look at Durant. He's first 2 games back. He's been great.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that.
They won both those games, right?
Yep.
They could go undefeated the rest of the season.
Durant is one of the most consistent players I've ever seen. Throughout his entire career, he's averaging about 27 points. In 2 games with the Suns, he's averaging about 27 points. He's a very, very efficient shooter. He took, 17 shots. He scored 37 points. I mean, the efficiency is ridiculous. If you think about it, right? You take 17 shots, each of them are a 2-pointer, you have 34 points. He scored 37 points. Just think about it. Obviously, there are free throws in play in there, but just think about how that works. You take 14 shots, you score 37 points. I don't have the number in front of me, but just thinking about the amount of shots you take compared to the amount of points scored. That's what I say. You put up Kevin Durant in a 1v1. You have a 1v1 tournament in the history of the NBA. I think Kevin Durant wins it over everybody. Yeah. Over Jordan. Because he's 7 feet tall. So he just shoot over Jordan. Yeah. Even though Jordan was a tremendous defensive player. Just shoot over him. Because he's one of the most efficient shooters. You had Kevin Durant.
Well, I think Booker is playing great too now.
Having him back's good.
That helps him. Having Durant there helps Booker a lot.
Yeah.
It takes the double team away. And he's capitalizing on it. He's been scoring a lot of points too.
And I think having Phoenix, the point guard too, Chris Paul.
I think Phoenix, they got a lot of talent there now.
The
center is very good.
I'm doubling down. The Suns are not going to win the NBA. They're not even going to make it to the NBA Finals.
Oh yeah,
because I think Chris Paul just can't get it done. For some reason, Chris Paul cannot make it.
Who do
cannot
you
win
like
the NBA Finals
on the West. In the West,
let's see. Here's the thing. I don't trust Denver. I do not trust Denver in the least. Because I think it's Jokic and who? People love Jamal Murray. He's not a great shooter. They love him for the bubble. He was putting up 40 points. It was him and Spida going up against each other. And then we see Jamal Murray now. He's not as great of a shooter. Memphis, John Morant, he's getting investigated by police right now.
They have a video of him showing a gun.
Yeah, he was in a nightclub. He flashed a gun.
What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with his head?
He's right now going down a weird path, and right now he's stepping away indefinitely from Memphis, so Memphis is going to drop off. The Kings don't play any defense. The Warriors, I feel so weird for them because they're getting all this talent back, and they're just not performing well. The Clippers, they're not that great. They won their first game with Russell Westbrook. Now, congratulations to them. Dallas, I don't trust the chemistry. So, just by process of elimination, you may be right. Phoenix may make it. But for some, I think it's going to be a weird playoffs. I really think it's going to be a weird situation for this. And then the East, I still think I would love to see the Knicks make it. I would love to see that because they have been such a horrible franchise for the past decade. It has been bad to watch.
More than a decade.
Well, no, they had that great season with Carmelo, one of Carmelo Anthony's last seasons with the Knicks. He was an all-star.
They had some good seasons with Pat Riley as head coach. Yeah. They made it to the finals once there and choked.
It's been almost 20 years since they made it. It's been almost, 30 years, since they made it. It's been, we're in 2023. It's been 26 years since they last made the NBA Finals.
Time.
So it's a weird situation.
It'd be big if they get in a run and they get close anyway.
Yeah.
The place, New York will go nuts. They've been waiting so long.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the Nets
are
loyal
fans too.
The Nets were supposed to do that with Kyrie, with KD, with James Harden. They were supposed to make this massive run. They were favorites for a couple of years.
They never played together much. It
was horrible.
Was always hurt.
Yeah, everyone was dealing with an injury. So it's a weird situation. But the Knicks can make a run. I still think the Celtics They're in a weird situation. Like I said, tremendous talent top to bottom. Recently, they just haven't been doing well. But I do think they can go 7 with Milwaukee and win again.
Yeah. I think they can make it to the finals, but they need to.
You up against the Sixers? The Sixers, I think, are
I don't
great.
think the Sixers are going to make it.
Cleveland's quick. I
don't think they'll make it.
The Celtics play Cleveland very, very close, though. So I do think Brooklyn's going to drop. Brooklyn has fallen off the edge there. Miami's the 7th seed. Atlanta's the 8th seed. Toronto's the 9. Washington right now is in the play-in tournament at number 10. Washington has a chance to make the playoffs. So I'm going to take this. I'm going Celtics. I have this. I don't think this. I think the Celtics will win the NBA Finals.
You do?
Because I cannot see based on just the process of elimination, the Suns will make the NBA Finals. They should. And I think top to bottom, Jason Tatum against Kevin Durant on defense. Kevin Durant got absolutely obliterated last year in the playoffs. Got swept by the Celtics, and Kevin Durant shot horribly. Kevin Durant was basically a no-show.
He'll be better with the Phoenix.
Yeah, because
he didn't have anyone around him. Well, he had Kyrie was there, but he didn't play well either.
He had that one great game. He dropped like 40-something points in the game. So just by process, I don't feel good about it, but by process of elimination, Phoenix, Boston, I'm taking Boston to win in 6. That's right now. That's my prediction. If I see a team perform,
I hope
well,
you're right. You're right. I'd love to see that. They're my team.
No, I mean, who knows? I don't feel great about it. I do not feel great about it.
They got to stop with the turnovers. Come on, it's 16 turnovers.
Yeah.
Knicks had 2.
Yeah,
that's why they lost.
It's bad, And Jason Tatum didn't shoot great. He shot what?
Yeah, 40 points.
12 of 30, which is not great. 6 of 17 from the 3. Al Horford only started to shoot really well late in the game. He didn't really shoot the ball. He missed
the last shot. He had the chance to win it. He took the shot.
He was taking some crazy threes that were going in though.
Yeah.
And there was a driving layup by Tatum. I believe it was at the end of the first overtime. It was all tied up. It was just a horrible effort, I think. I didn't think that was a great opportunity to try to win the game there. But hi everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.